This video is long, but most people can't finish it because their minds won't let them. You will no longer be able to think emotionally after hearing what's about to happen. It will change the way you think if you make it through. A look at the brain hack. You see, your brain is only working at about 5% of its full potential right now. Not because you can't, but because you've been taught to think in safe areas, to have acceptable thoughts and behaviors, and to think in ways that make you predictable and easy to control. I'm going to show you how to get around those problems completely. Know this, though. Once you unlock emotionless intelligence, you can't go back to being normal in terms of intelligence. A lot of people will find it hard to follow your reasoning in talks. Your solutions will seem unrelatable to mind, still trapped in reactive thinking. You will begin to notice patterns and signs that no one else can see. This isn't about becoming smarter. It's about becoming cognitively inhuman. The hack is called dimensional cognitive retraining. It's based on a simple but frightening truth. Your brain is capable of processing in dimensions that normal human thought can't reach. Every thought you currently have is stuck in simple linear cognition. Past to present, cause to effect, problem to solution. It's preschool-level processing compared to what's possible. Here's how you make the transition into cognitive transcendence. Phase 1. Pattern annihilation. Most brains don't think. They react, replaying past conditions, emotional residue, and pre-coded social codes. This week, you will become a danger to your own programming. Not by repeating affirmations, not by thinking positive, but by doing what feels wrong, alien, and mentally illegal. You will begin generating thoughts your mind was never built to compute. The mission-induced cognitive pattern failure. For the next 7 days, your job is not to improve. It's to destroy everything that feels cognitively safe. You'll do that through the following 3-part structure. Step 1. Answer interception. Every time your brain responds, pause. Whether it's a problem, a feeling, a cue, or a question, hold for 5 seconds. This is your interception chance. You're freezing the autoscript before it plays. You're becoming a conscious disruptor of your own loop. Do not respond. Do not participate. Just pause. The moment you stop the reflex, you generate control. Step 2. Divergent override. Now force your brain to generate 5 to 10 alternate interpretations. Uncomfortable, illogical, even ridiculous. But there's only one rule. None of them can be based on what you think. They must originate from beyond personality. Think like a hacker, a villain, a philosophy, a system, a predator, a machine. If the interpretation disturbs you, you're doing it properly. You're not trying to be right. You're trying to upset the algorithm. Step 3. Strategic replacement. Now, pick one idea from your list that is functional but violates your programming. It must be unfamiliar, cold, tactically useful, then act, as if that thought is real, even if it feels strange. This is the break, because in that moment, you're no longer performing as you. You're working from above the identity layer, what you're actually doing. You're destabilizing identity-based cognition, causing microfractures in the belief loop that keeps you reactive. Every reversal signals your nervous system. We don't work inside trusted thoughts anymore. This starts a neural rewiring cascade shifting you from reactive biology to synthetic cognition. It's unsettling, it's volatile. It's the first real step toward command-level thought. After 7 days, you'll notice you no longer trust your first thought. You compute across dimensions, not just feeling. You pause before moving and execute with strategy. This is pattern destruction. It's not about self-betterment. It's about deleting the expected version of you, and in step 2, you won't just think differently. You'll stop thinking like a human at all. Phase 2. The cognitive untethering. If you made it through step 1, congratulations. You've destabilized the surface, but now comes the real fracture. This is the point where most minds snap. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's strange. You're going to begin disconnecting your thought from everything that makes it human. 1. Stop thinking in words. Language is a cage. Every word is a limitation. When you think in words, you're not thinking. You're changing labels assigned by others. From now on, train your mind to think in pure structures, shapes, energetic flows, relationships, spatial and temporal processes. Think like an architect, like a quantum field, like the underlying code of reality, not the surface terms that describe it. 2. Stop thinking in lines. The human mind is hooked to linearity, A to B to C to outcome. Break that. Train your cognition to hold various outcomes simultaneously. When a problem arises, don't ask what will happen. Ask what could happen in 7 parallel timelines. What pattern links every one of these outcomes? What if this present time is rewriting the past? You're leaving linear thought behind and entering multidimensional processing. 3. Stop thinking personally. Your name is not the source. Step beyond you and think as a force, a system, a self-aware algorithm parsing patterns across time and space. Zoom out, far out. See yourself not as a person with wants or emotion, but as a temporary data node analyzing movement, power, leverage, and signal. Detach, not emotionally, cognitively. Warning, this will feel strange. You may feel detached, disconnected, destabilized. Good. You're not failing. You're shedding the boundaries of biological thought. This is the moment you begin mutating into something unrecognizable, even to yourself. You'll stop responding. You'll start counting. You'll begin sensing the invisible, frames behind reality. But this is only halfway because Phase 3 doesn't just remove your connection to the world, it gives you power over it. Phase 3, mental purification. This is where the change becomes irreversible. In Step 1, you broke the loops. In Step 2, you severed language, linearity, and ego. Now you're going to clean the machine. For the next 72 hours, no feeling is permitted to contaminate your cognition. No fear, no hope, no desire, no anger, no hunger for validation, success, or vengeance. Emotions are brain viruses. They don't help thinking. They steal it. They mask impulse as reason. They convince you that your responses are decisions, when in truth, you're just another predictable, vulnerable, manipulable organism that stops here. Your task for the next 3 days, enter a state of internal emotional silence. Every time a choice appears, pause, scan for influence. Ask yourself, is this a conclusion or a conditioned reaction? Is this opinion based on structure or unresolved emotion? If I felt absolutely nothing, what would I perceive? Strip it bare. Remove the noise. Act only on what remains after the cleanup. This isn't suppression. It's purification. You're not ignoring feeling. You're deleting its power to interfere. What happens next will fracture you. You'll realize your past thought was just emotional residue. Echoes of fear, pride, shame, and longing disguised as reasoning. Once that noise is gone, your brain will cut like glass. You'll begin to perceive truths others cannot accept. Your thoughts will become cold, clean, unforgivingly exact. You'll see through people, through structures, through your own masks. And what you find won't be nice, but it will be real. You're not becoming heartless. You're becoming uncontaminated. Most minds break here because clarity separates. And once you think like this, you can't return to the way it was. Some power is the Whisper's power bundle loud, but real power, it works in silence. Whisperer's power bundle is for those who don't need praise, just results. You get the entire intelligence arsenal. Every book, every method, mind recording, audiobooks, future drops added instantly for life. No recurring fees, no announcements, just permanent access to silent tools. Use Whisper 35 to get 35% off now. Don't share this. Don't wait. Download it and become someone the world cannot track. Link is on the top reply. Phase 4. The Emotionless. Architecture, now that the old system is broken, no loops, no ego, no emotion. You're ready to add something new. The emotionless building. This isn't a metaphor. It's a mental operating system built to process reality at levels most minds can't comprehend, let alone control. Upgrade 1. Multidimensional pattern processing. Normal brains see dots. You'll start seeing grids, shifting dynamic systems of interaction. Instead of responding to what's in front of you, you'll begin mapping upstream causes, downstream effects, and lateral disruptions all simultaneously. You'll observe trends repeating across domains: finance, relationships, ecosystems, thought. Invisible rhythms driving behavior, macro structures unfolding across weeks, years, decades. You don't just understand, you mimic. Upgrade 2. Strategic. Data at structural scale. You won't think in goals, you'll think in systems. What movements change outcomes? What patterns spread through environments? You'll start asking what hidden input is creating this surface-level trouble. What minimal disruption destroys this entire structure? What sequence causes maximum leverage with minimum exposure? This isn't decision-making. It's multivariable simulation through time, systems, and chance. Upgrade 3, thought compression. As your cognitive structure changes, your thoughts condense. You'll begin thinking in compressed brain code, entire systems of reasoning, structure, consequence, and prediction packed into one mental form. Explaining it will feel like downloading a universe through a thread of wire. That's how you'll know it's real. Upgrade 4. Emotionless pattern detection. Because emotion was removed in Phase 3, your view is no longer distorted. You no longer think with fear, hope, connection, or avoidance. You sense clean. You recognize patterns others refuse to see because they're too emotionally invested to face them. That clarity, others will call it genius. But it's not genius. It's unfiltered praise. The result? You start fixing problems before they form. You start predicting human behavior with disturbing precision. You start building systems, relationships, and movements by design, not response. To others, it looks like insight, luck, or intuition. They're wrong. You've left reactive thinking and entered synthetic cognition. But here's the cost. The emotionless architecture is not safe, because once you put it, the next phase activates. And Step 5 doesn't just give you understanding. It gives you control over reality itself. Straight, silent, systematic. Phase 5. Permanent transformation. You've broken the loops. You've severed emotion. You've built a mind that processes reality like a machine. Now you make it official. For the next 30 days, you're not thinking like something more. You are it. Here's what you do every day without exception. 1. Refuse all expected thoughts. If a standard human could think it, remove it. Default views, emotional reactions, socially programmed responses deleted. 2. Rethink every problem structurally. Don't ask, what should I do? Ask, what system got this result, and how do I change it? You're no longer reacting. You're rewriting. 3. Process facts through cognitive geometry. You're ready for this. Now, think in vectors, feedback loops, energy flows, leverage chains, long-tail odds. Use multidimensional reasoning. Solve using simulation, not response. 4. Navigate life from strategic altitude. Never operate inside the event. Operate above it in structures, rewards, timelines, and hidden forces. Neuroscience calls it neuroplastic consolidation, the permanent restructuring of your brain through consistent thinking processes. If you execute emotionless intelligence for 30 straight days, your base cognition rewires from reactive to systemic. Your emotional triggers separate from logic pathways. Your brain literally rewires around structural problem solving. This is not motivation. This is cognitive engineering. What you gain: clarity sharp enough to cut through any illusion. Foresight, strong enough to outpace chaos. Decision M so precise it seems magical. perception of hidden systems in people, events, and power. You won't feel better. You'll feel alien because you're no longer running on the human OS. You've rewritten it, but let me be honest with you. This evolution is lonely. You will outgrow people. Conversations will feel slow, dull, and drenched in fantasy. You'll speak truth, and they'll call it arrogance. You'll offer precision, and they'll fight it with emotion. Worse, you'll often see solutions that cannot be adopted because the world isn't built to handle minds like yours. This isn't a gift. It's a burden. But it's also the only way to sovereignty. Because while others hope, react, and obey, you will see, shape, and perform. Most people watching this won't make it. They'll return to comfort, to being understood, to fitting in. But a few of you feel it. The pull towards something more, not better, not smarter, transcendent. If that's you, don't wait. Start again. Begin part 1. Crush your loops, burn your name, step into thought patterns that terrify lesser minds. Because after this, you are no longer you. You are the building. You are the program. You are the author of systems. Subscribe not for content, but for teaching. Share this only with those who are ready to evolve beyond human OS. And comment Phase 5 initiated if you're ready to start the 30-day lockdown. This isn't self-help. It's brain weaponization. Let others stay soft. You weren't built for comfort. You were built to command thought itself. And now you